What's going on? I'm your host Double R, and you're now tuned in to Retro Rob Television. Salute to my new subscribers, welcome to the channel, and salute to my original subscribers for holding me down for all this time. I really appreciate it. Now, I'll admit, my first analysis and breakdown of the Nujerzey Twork versus Swamp battle, I didn't judge it properly. I was trying to rush and deliver the news to you guys, but today I had time, and today I judged it properly. So with that being said, Swamp goes. Swamp starts off light. I guess he was trying to get a feel, like in boxing, you take the jab, trying to get your distance, trying to get a feel for your opponent. And he started to heat up, and he finished off solid. One knock on Swamp is if you're planning on battling Twork and T-Top and Briz, you must show up with more girth to your rounds. You must show up with more material to your rounds. Now, I don't know if you're psychic or you had a feeling Twork was going to choke 2 out of the 3 rounds, in my opinion, but you cannot go into battles, not saying that you were, but you cannot go into battles with short rounds. Just words of wisdom, brother. Now, I gave Swamp a strong 6. Very, very good round, but short. Now, Nujerzey Twork goes in the Nujerzey Twork fashion right out of the gate. Top-notch bars, top-notch punches, and top-notch performance. Nujerzey Twork never lacks in the performance area, but he choked. And when you choke, as we all know, everything else goes out of the window. Enough said. But I'll say this, because Swamp showed up and he had short material, he left the door open. And even with the choke, I scored Nujerzey Twork a 5. So Swamp beat Nujerzey Twork in that first round by 1 point. This is what happens, Swamp, when you show up with short material. So if anybody has a debatable for the first round, I would not blame you. Moving on. Second round, this was Swamp's best round. Swamp went bananas. He went crazy. Not only was he talking to him, but he was barring his head off. He was punching his head off. All of the elements of rap was on display in this second round. I scored Swamp a 9.5. Now, Nujerzey Twork goes. And how ironic, right? How strange. This was Nujerzey Twork's best round. I know I gave the third round away for people that didn't see it, but this was Nujerzey Twork's best round, and this was Twork in rare form. This was vintage Twork, you know, vintage Twork. But Nujerzey Twork, he started out cooking, he ended off cooking. This was a great round for both Swamp and Twork. I gave Twork a 8.5. Even though Swamp came with more material in the second round, Nujerzey Twork just showed up in the second round. The second round is a debatable. I would not be mad if you give Nujerzey Twork the second round. I would not be mad. You know, sometimes it's not even about having more girth to your rounds. Sometimes you have to go into overkill mode sometimes, because some of these dudes, you're battling the best of the best, Swamp. You're battling the best of the best, especially if you're about to battle T-Top, Twork. You know, if you battle Danny Myers in the future, anybody like that, however you show up to the battle, they're going to show up overly prepared. So you have to be overly prepared in some instances, in certain situations with certain battlers. Now, it's fine against Don Marino. It's fine against Ace Amin. It's fine against those guys that you've already beaten. And it's even fine against a Nujerzey Twork that chokes. But you don't want to play Russian roulette with Nujerzey Twork, because if Nujerzey Twork showed up not choking, this could easily be a dirty 30 in Nujerzey Twork's favor. I want you to remember that. So I edged that round to Swamp. 9.5 to an 8.5. In most people's eyes, we might be having a debatable in the first 2 rounds, or Nujerzey Twork could have easily taken the first 2 rounds, even with the choking. But he did not choke in the second round, I don't believe. Now, in the third round, this is easy. Swamp won the third round. Swamp starts. In this round, he was really just talking to Nujerzey Twork. He was just talking to him about stealing old lady's purse in the Norb situation, all the little clown shit, the buffoonery that Nujerzey Twork has been doing, you know, over these past few months. Shit that I've been talking about as well. So he gave away the bars to really just talk to Nujerzey Twork. But he had some bars in there. I scored him a 1, 2, 3, 4.5 in the third round. Super light, super short. And again, I don't know, because Swamp went first, so we can't say it's because Nujerzey Twork choked. He started off first, Swamp. So Swamp, again, if you plan on getting these bigger bags, these bigger battles, bigger opportunities, you must add more to your rounds. You must, especially if you're battling T-Top and Tay-Rock. I'm not too fond of Tay-Rock, but the fans for some strange reason is. I'm not too fond of K-Shine, but the fans for some strange reason is. I'm not too fond of DNA, but the fans for some strange reason is. Because these guys ain't even got to beat you with raps. They ain't even got to beat you with bars. You understand that because you was breaking it down to Nujerzey Twork in the third round. So you understand that these guys don't even have to beat you with actual raps. They could just beat you with performance and choreography. So you have to show up with more bars, with more punches, with more of the elements of rap. If you do not, you will not be successful. At least at a high level. You would be one of those guys that always destroy the mid to bottom tiers, but when it comes to top tiers, you just don't have enough. You just don't have what it takes. You have to clean that up, Swamp. All right, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because this was your first battle. If I see this becoming a trend, you will not make it in this league. You have what it takes to make it, but you have to add more material. A lot of people I noticed, and I noticed it would be Magic, they don't add more material to their rounds because they're afraid of choking. It's easy to laugh at Nujerzey Twork when he's choking. It's easy to laugh at B Magic when he's choking. It's easy to laugh at Chess when he's choking. But when you rap the way that they rap and you have a lot of material, a lot of girth within your rounds, that's when it becomes difficult. Then that's what Swamp has to do. He has to add more material to his rounds before I can start really going out on a limb saying he the next prodigy. He's the next thing. But right now, Geechee holds that honor. But dope battle, Swamp. You got a lot of promise in you. Just add more material to those rounds and you'll be just fine, young fella. Okay, so Nujerzey Twork went. I scored Nujerzey a half of a point and then he choked. Battle over. He choked, battle over. Swamp, in my personal opinion, won this battle 3-0. It wasn't a dirty 30. It wasn't a clean 30. It was a 30 nonetheless. You know, you got to clean up the choking. You know Nujerzey. I ain't gonna tell you. You gotta do what you gotta do. Other than that, outside of the choking, we could be easily, if Nujerzey Twork showed up to this battle, no choking, we could easily be talking about 30 Nujerzey. Because in my opinion, Nujerzey Swamp edged the first two rounds. So if Nujerzey, he edged the first two rounds, and Nujerzey only choked the first round in the third. But we're not going to really even count the third because Swamp took that one. But if Nujerzey did not choke in the first round, we could easily be saying 2-1 Nujerzey. So I want you to think about that, Swamp, when you come with these short ass rounds. Again, I'm your boy Double R, man. Make sure y'all spread the word, and I'll holler.